Well, hello everybody and welcome to another Ikoria draft. Before I dive in, I do want to remind you that if you enjoy the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment in the comment section down below with any questions or feedback. You can catch me streaming live at twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas. Without further ado, let's dive on in. We're doing some best of 3 this time. And we've opened up a Ruinous Ultimatum. Now this is a card that I've always kind of wanted to try to build around, because if you get it pack 1, it seems like a very fun card to build around, indeed. And we're going to definitely experiment with that one and see if it is actually a viable strategy. Especially in Mardu, which typically doesn't have a lot of fixing. Now, Auspicious Starks would be my pick of most powerful card in the pack. If I wasn't taking the cool build around rare. Fire Prophecy is also great. Note, there's also a decent number of black cards in this pack. Mutual Destruction might wheel, which would be really good for a Ruinous Ultimatum deck that potentially grinds things out. But I think Ruinous Ultimatum is going to be a pick that I want to experiment with. And you only open Ruinous Ultimatum so many times, and you can only try to build around it so many times. We're going to be willing to move off of it if it's not open, but I want to try it out and see how it does. Moving on to pick 2. Ruinous Ultimatum is going to require some amount of fixing, and what better to fix our mana than Farfinder. Now, I do think Deadweight is a good card, and it does go in the colors of Ruinous Ultimatum, but if you're going to be a Mardu deck that is splashing, you're going to need to prioritize that fixing as early as pick 2. The lands are going to be important. Everything is going to be important if you're going to go towards that goal. We're experimenting Tempest Funk. If this was the Pro Tour, I would have taken Starix. But we don't draft every draft like it's the Pro Tour, because if you did that, you wouldn't be able to try new things and learn and stuff like that. So we're going to take the Farfinder here to complement the Ruinous Ultimatum. It not only gets us the mana, it also gets us to the the color count that we need to cast that. Otherwise, I would take the Deadweight to help us survive. I think that Mutual Destruction and Sanctuary Smasher are solid as well. Oh! Thank you, Castalian, for the subscription. I appreciate the support. I think we're going to want to be a white-black deck base and then splash red. But we could be a white-red deck and splash black as well, if that seemed more open. Okie doke. Unpredictable Cyclone can flip Ruinous Ultimatum if we have some sorceries to cycle. What else is in this pack? There's a Trumpeting Gnar, which is a pretty good payoff for a Mutate deck. So we could just take... I think we're just going to take this. And Farfinder works well with Trumpeting Gnar as well. I think it's definitely way better than Primal Empathy. Ram Through is a good green common. Humble Naturalist is also pretty good, but we're just going to take the Gnar. We're willing to give up on that Ultimatum plan if it's not open, but we're not going to force it by taking just a garbage card out of this pack. Okie doke. Moving on to pick 3. There is a Lore Dracus. Another great Mutate card. Works well with Trumpeting Gnar. And it can work in a Ultimatum deck if I play a white-red Ultimatum deck. So I think we take the Lore Dracus here. Other cards in consideration are Ruinous Rockslide to go with this Ultimatum control plan. Boot Nipper to go for the similar thing. But I think Lore Dracus is going to be the best pick. It also goes well with this Gnar, and Farfinder fits in either deck as well. So we're kind of towing the line between 2 strategies here. Pick 3. Okay, so now this is a bit more of a decision point. There is a Channeled Force if we wanted to go for a blue-red direction. There is an Essence Symbiote if we wanted to go for a Mutate direction, though I would want a couple more good Mutators before I really wanted this card. Wingspan Mentor can do work. I haven't really gone for a Channeled Force deck yet, but I have heard good things. I think Frostveil Ambush is okay. I think it's mainly between the Essence Symbiote and the Channeled Force here. And Channel Force would go in a blue-red deck that maybe splashed for the Gnar. I think blue-red is a pretty good combination when it comes together. Riel is a slam pick, peony, especially pack 1, pick 1. I think we're going to take the Channeled Force and try it out. I haven't played with this card yet, and it seems like it could have potential. Facet Reader, Essence Symbiote is a more serious pick, but we're just going to experiment again. Taking the experimental card. Now there's more cards pulling us back towards this Ultimatum path. We could take a Deadweight here. I think that's just the most responsible pick. Though white-black is not looking the most open. There's also just a Facet Reader, but we're not going to miss a Facet Reader. I don't love Cavern Whisperer that much. Black doesn't really do the Mutate thing that well. Segueing back, Savai Crystal works really well with the Ultimatum. There's also a Thieving Otter, which is okay, but I think we're just going to take this to go with the Ultimatum and kind of work our way back towards it. Ketria Crystal, not really great in an Ultimatum deck. Day Squad Marshal can be solid. Can help us stall the game out for sure. I don't love Dark Bargain. I think Gust of Wind is solid. Ceratops is solid. We're just going to get the Day Squad, though. And now this is our pack that wheeled. Memory Leak wheeled, which I think is a good addition to this deck. I don't think we need a Mutual Destruction as a super high priority. Other than the Gnar and that Essence Symbiote, green hasn't looked insanely open. But I think Leak is going to be a fine addition here. And now we do get a Mutual Destruction. There's also a Checkpoint Officer, which maybe we're supposed to take just so we can solidify ourselves into white. We're playing like Mardu control. I think Sanctuary Smasher is good, but we don't want too many Mutual Destructions, and maybe we'll see some later. Pangolin can be okay. Suffocating Fumes is a good sideboard card, though, so we'll just take that. And now Stormwild Caprador can be a good payoff if we have some damage spells. So we're cutting the Channeled Force, we're cutting the Trumpeting Gnar. Lord Rakkus can still make it in if we play some red. But our deck veered away from the Ultimatum and then veered right back. Currently, Lord Rakkus isn't making the cut because it's double red, which is going to be hard to get in this deck. At least until the later stages. I don't think Scorpion's very good. But we'll definitely see how good Ultimatum can be. Oh, that's amazing! What are the odds? What are the odds? Oh, that's amazing. Well, I guess we have our plan even more firmly established now. The old double ultimatum. You hit them with the first ultimatum, they build back up their board, you get them with the second. Nobody expects the second ultimatum. If this weren't in the pack, we'd take Fire Prophecy maybe, or Grim Dancer, or Bastion. Probably Bastion for like a grindy deck. The universe wants me to do it. I think we'd probably take Bastion here because Bastion goes really well in these white-black grindy decks. And then I might take like Memory Leak to help me dig. I think Ultimatum's going to be sick. So, okie doke. And now there's a Blood Curdle. I would love a Wind-Scarred Crag, but we're just going to keep taking premium cards. This is above the threshold for which I would take a Wind-Scarred Crag. I mean, Durable Coilbug is probably like really towing the line there. I think after that I would take this, but I think I would take this over the Coilbug just because we do have double Ultimatum. But we need to take the Blood Curdles of the world. And there's a non-zero chance that wheels. Yeah, I agree, Tempest Funk, with that whole statement. Okay, so Keensight Mentor is a pretty good card. Coilbug's a pretty good card, especially when we're like stalling the game out. I think a Coilbug might wheel, though. Boot Nipper is solid as well. I think we're going to take the Keensight Mentor. It's just the best card in the pack. But we don't have a lot of non-humans, so maybe we just take a Boot Nipper or Coilbug. Honestly, I've started to like the Boot Nipper less. Unless you're mutating onto it, and Coilbug has gone up for me. Caprador is also solid, but we don't really have a lot of direct damage to buff it. So I think this is a close pick. But I think I'm going to land on Coilbug. And now we get a Boot Nipper over a Checkpoint Officer. Checkpoint Officer is quite expensive mana-wise to activate. We also got one really late in the first pack, so we might get this one back again. And overall, Boot Nipper is a really nice 2-drop as well to complement the Coilbug. Necropanther really goes well with our strategy, our white-black grindy strategy that just wins with Ultimatum. It can get back Boot Nipper, Checkpoint Officer. Well, we have Ultimatums to deal with big things. We are looking for fixing wherever we can find it. Eerie Ultimatum. I think we'll just take a Mutual Destruction. But this is tempting. Because we are a white-black deck. We can't take it, though. I think we're just going to go with stick with the Ultimatum plan as it is. And now get a Sanctuary Smasher. We're probably not going to play it, though. Maybe we just want Dark Bargain. We're a control deck. This card's not great in the format, but it's probably better than a Smasher that we can't really use properly. And we get a land. We'll take the land over a lot of things here. Land is really good. So I'm really liking where we're at right now. Currently, Suffocating Fumes is going to the board. Caprador probably in the board. We have Fox. We have Farfinder, Crystal, and Scoured Barrens for fixing right now. Bastion should not wheel. That's a mistake by the table. This card is really good. We have 6 creatures right now. Bastion's kind of a creature. But Bastion's going to stabilize us a lot. I think we can probably cut the Dark Bargain. We're probably not going to have to run it. Coilbugs also kind of deal with big things in the extreme late game because you can just chump them infinitely. You know what I will say? I've seen them survive lava, trampling, and a Moloch's digestive system. They just roll out and get on with their lives. That's what Gannett, Skysail Zoologist, has to say about the Coilbug. So, yeah. And I really want to have at least one copy. It's a really good combo with Bastion, too. Oh, if Weaponized comes around, that's 100% in the deck. Weaponized plus Bastion is one of the most brutal combos in this entire format. I feel like I've never beaten it once those both get on the field. I really hope the red-white land comes back. Yes! Yes! Fixing, fixing, fixing! Yes, yes, yes! Sure, we'll take an unlikely aid. It's unlikely to make our deck. Corpse Churn, probably not. Cathartic, probably not. Can you imagine what would happen if we opened a third Ruinous Ultimatum? Okay, we didn't. We opened a pretty good rare instead. There is also a Dire Tactics. So we've got an Everquill Phoenix versus a Dire Tactics. Everquill Phoenix is pretty good. We don't have an insane amount of stuff to do with it. Like, we don't have a ton of stuff to mutate on it. We have 1-2 creatures that can mutate onto it. 3 creatures. Dire Tactics is quite good. I think we take the Phoenix still, though, but it's close. And hopefully we wheel Forbidden Friendship. No, we're not playing Forbidden Friendship. Maybe we wheel Evolving Wilds. That'd be really good, but unlikely. Not the right land, unfortunately. Frill Scale Mentor's okay. So we're splashing Ultimatums and Phoenix. The cat probably isn't the worst, but we don't have any great sack outlets right now. We could just take, like, Go for Blood as a cycler that we can sometimes cast to fight something. But I'm generally not super high on this plan. And now there's a Whisper Squad. We're not going to get enough Whisper Squads in the next 4 picks, so we'll just take a Rock Slide as a splash card. And now another Rock Slide. No, we'll take a Divine Arrow because it's easier for us to cast, and we don't want too many red cards. How many creatures do we even have in this deck? 7 creatures. Yikes. Caprador's getting in, especially now that we have Rock Slide to combo with it. Mythos of Nethroi is a great removal spell. I think it's better than Blood Curdle just because it's cheaper. And the extra mana can make a huge difference. The Whisper Squads came back around, I mean another Whisper Squad. We might even play 2 Whisper Squads in this deck, if they both wield. Mythos and Blood Curdle. Yeah, I like Mythos better. Now another Boot Nipper. Over basically nothing. Memory Leak or Lurking Deadeye. I kind of like Memory Leak. It's just a cycler that can then do stuff that's relevant. I don't want two multiple mutual destructions here. I could also just take a Helica Glider, but that doesn't seem great to me. I guess we take the cat. Wrong dual land, unfortunately. Evolving Wilds didn't wheel, but Dire Tactics did, which is great. We're going to have a sketchy mana base, I'll say that much. Patakia Tiger's fine. We get a Whisper Squad. Maybe we wheel that second one. No, we didn't. Or was it this pack that would have had the second one? Booyah. Got another playable for the deck. We'll probably play those. They just help gum up the board a little bit. We don't really have any sack synergies, though. We have a mutual destruction, but that's it. Kind of considering playing Suffocating Fumes. A Dark Bargain. So we have an okay amount of fixing. Okay. So our only red cards are this guy. We wheeled the Dire Tactics from that pack. I would love an Evolving Wilds, but, you know, you can't always get that. And then we have this card and these two as our red cards. We have 6 red sources. I think we can get away with 5. So now we have 5 red sources plus a Farfinder and a crystal. So that's actually 6. 4, we have 5, 6, 7 white sources, and then we have 6, 7 black sources. We don't really want any color intensive cards. I could see cutting the Whisper Squads. We don't really have a use for the bodies, and we only have 2 of them. I think those were the first Whisper Squads we saw. I could see cutting the Dark Bargain for a Go for the Blood. Lord Rakkus is looking okay in this deck, actually. Because we have some other mutate stuff. Even as a double red card. Yeah, I don't have any color intensive cards. I mean, like, looking at these cheap cards, we don't have any double colored cards other than this Phoenix, which is mutated anyway. We could run a Go for Blood. I don't know how good Mutual Destruction is in our deck, so I think we'll cut that. We have 11 creatures. Bastion might not be the best for us. I think we'll cut Suffocating Fumes, potentially. 5, 11, 15, 16, 17. I think Go for Blood's probably better than Suffocating Fumes, just because it cycles for 1 mana instead of 2. Bastion's not looking good in our deck. And then we could consider... I mean, we have 12 creatures. We could cut this Dark Bargain. I think we cut Dark Bargain. Lord Rakkus is the last, like, close card. Maybe we just cut that for a Dark Bargain. Yeah, because we do want some ways to get some value other than the Runuses. But I like this color, this configuration, I think. Seems pretty good to me. Good amount of mana, good decent fixing. Let's just double check our cards. Not really missing out on anything. This card is probably our best card that we're not running. Bastion's also really good, but not really our stuff. But yeah, that's going to do it for the build. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you folks in the matches. Before I get to the matches, I would like to give a huge shout out to all of my patrons over at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas, and special thanks to those who support me at the credits level. Also, a warm welcome to new patrons Brewhemoth and David P. Welcome to the Patreon community, and thank you to you. I'd also like to say that we are only $2 per month away from the first Patreon goal, which will be me upgrading my camera. So if you'd like to help contribute to that goal, be sure to check out the Patreon, and also unlock cool rewards in the process while helping me continue to produce high quality videos on a consistent basis. I really do appreciate your support, folks, and without further ado, let's get to the matches. I'm going to play first with our deck, and we will mulligan this hand. One land is just a bit too sketchy. We'll keep this one though. Get rid of the Go for Blood. Yeah, as long as we get one big ultimatum, who cares about the record? I'm glad we have this Dark Bargain in our deck. It'll help us find the velocity we need. If they play something we can deadweight, we get a really nice tempo play here. We already almost have the colors we need. And this looks like a slow enough matchup where we should be fine siding in the second Dark Bargain potentially. I would take Kogla. We'll take this to our hand and this to our hand. So now we have red, red, white, white, black, white, white. Let's just develop our creatures a little bit. Sure, they can get a little bit of sleeper dart value. We could have deadweighted this guy immediately, but if we're going to just try and Ruinous Ultimatum them, Volpakite, eh? No blocks. I think we'll put a deadweight on that maybe. Honestly, I don't think Ultimatum is that good here. It's like I don't want to get too greedy. We do kill 3 of their cards. We don't have anything to follow it up. We're gonna slow roll it. Okay. Yes! That's why we waited a turn. And sure, they'll get to draw an extra card with this sleeper dart. Oh, never mind. Oh, we even get to kill the sleeper dart. Nice. Just keep pinging, just keep pinging. What do? We ping, ping, ping. It would be really funny if they hit us with Inspired Ultimatum. It wouldn't be funny, it would be very sad for us, but, you know. What can you do? Cloud Piercer, okay. We just need to draw some spells here. I think we have to cycle this to find something juicy. Like, I'm afraid of them having something, but if we cast that and whiff, it's so bad. Ugh. Oh no. Can we just top deck a kill spell, like a Blood Curdle or something? Why don't we have a human? Oh, the agony! Oh, gosh. We have to chump. Oh my gosh, this is so brutality. We were 1 point of life away. Pure sadness. No! Patagia Tiger's not coming untapped, boys and girls. Ladies and gentlemen. He's not coming untapped. He's never coming back. Oh, I'll take a Rock Slide or a Blood Curdle. Or really anything at all. But what I would love is a human. Oh, yes! We did it! Human! Booyah! Sniped him! Because this is best of 3 gun show. It's just kind of fun, because you get to do sideboarding and stuff. Phase Dolphin. We are just drawing land. I think we can cut a land, maybe. Because we have a lot of cycling 1 and stuff. I'm just thinking of how satisfying it's going to be if I can draw another ultimatum. No. No. Don't do me like this, opponent. Don't have a stay safe or whatever it's called. We have 1 in 17 odds every turn of drawing our second ultimatum. No! They have so much gas! Oh my gosh. They've already discarded 2 lands too. So they're at like 10 lands as well. One must fear their wrath. Have we seen a single red card? No. They have to have Inspired Ultimatum. It's somewhere. And we're at 5, so we just die to it. Oh, the pain. Splashing for Narset. Narset's also terrifying. They do have a pretty sweet mutate deck. They should give it to the Mysterious Egg. Yup, mistake made. Haha! Yes! Just gonna do that now so they can't have a kill spell for our officer and hit us for a bunch. Oh, we keep top decking too, opponent! 2 can play at the top deck game. No! Why? With the humanity! We're just gonna cast that bad boy. Oh my gosh, we're almost there. Yes! Oh, that was so close. Oh, that was so close. They have so much mutate stuff. I think we want to bring in Mutual Destruction just for even more interaction. They don't have anything that dies to Suffocating Fumes. Dark Bargain is a yes. Cathartic Reunion might be a yes, honestly. Lord Rakkus could be a yes. And then we can cut, like, what's our color distribution like? Honestly, we could probably cut a Plains. Four, 10, 16 lands, plus a Farfinder, plus a Savai Crystal that we're casting most of the time. My top deck game was strong. I agree. Go for Blood, probably getting the axe. Maybe we don't actually need the second Dark Bargain. Maybe Lord Rakkus will compensate for that. Two Dark Bargains is probably too much. 6 life is a lot to lose over the course of a game. Oh, we have our boy! We have it and pretty good mana to go with it right now. We just need one more. We need one more of each land. We're going to go checkpoint and then memory leak them, memory leak them. Don't Vulpicate me, bro. Don't Vulpicate me. They have a Vulpicate. I know they do. This legend just has to have it. Because Vulpicate is their, like, bread and butter. Gosh darn you, opponent. You crafty devil. I think we memory leak them first and take another 4. And get rid of reconnaissance mission. Actually, probably get rid of the other Vulpicate. Because then they hit us for 7. And we're just going to be using this to tap now. Yep, they hit a land. Of course they did. That's probably okay for us. This thing just cantrips and then it'll never get used again, hopefully. Yeah, it's sweet Ob. Gosh darn it. We have to get rid of that thing. Sure, they mutated again. See, they're getting some value here. So now we just need one swamp to kill everything, so we're not going to use our blood curdle. We're just going to use our checkpoint officer as long as possible. A little bit of bad tapping. Could have held up a swamp here. We could also lure Dracus onto the Phoenix, get back Blood Curdle at some point. We do have a decent number of swamps in the deck. What is Luris getting back? Egg? We're okay with Luris getting back egg. Yes! We are the best! Why did I ever doubt anything? Oh my gosh! Just destruction! Complete massacre! Perfect top deck every time! Oh my god! Just needed that swamp, baby! Let's go! We'll show them the business. Boom! That rocked! Oh my gosh! Absolutely disgusting victory there. Boy, the Englishman, actually the American. I'll see you folks in the next round. That was amazing. Well, I forgot to record game 1, so I might have to scrounge to find that one later, but yeah, this hand is sketchy as heck. They put me on the play. Yeah, I might have to scrounge for that to find it so I can make the video complete, but we're here for game 2. I think we will mulligan this hand. This hand is much better. We're gonna put Ruinous Ultimatum on the bottom. We are miles from casting it, and we have a second one somewhere in our deck anyway. Case in point. Gonna give lifelink. It'll help us stall the game longer. If we can gain some life here. And I think we're going to mutate the Everquill Phoenix onto it, so that'll be a nice lifelink engine. Yeah, I'm terrified of that card. It was a big sacrifice to make, but I might have only had to attack with one of the guys to do that. Porky Parrot. Booyah. When you're behind on board, a lot of the times it's better to kill the creature rather than trying to play a blocker. Because if they kill your blocker, then you're completely toast. No! Sudden Spinneret's wrecked me. As it always does. What a great card. Ah, the bummer. Like, they can just have a ram through here, and then they could have another card, and then the next card. They just kind of feed off each other. Looks like they didn't have it that time, though. And if we can get back a Boot Nipper by mutating, we'll be in okay shape. Boot Nipper would pick Death Touch this time, though. Deals and Dragons, thanks for the raid. I appreciate it. Welcome everyone coming in from Deals and Dragons' stream. Oh dear. Blood Curdle's not the actual worst. This card could hit us for a bunch. We're more afraid of that one. It's going well. We are currently up a game. Oh, this is such a sketchy card in our deck. It's so sketchy. It's like... ugh. We don't have an insane number of humans. We just take a ton of damage every time we cast it. They're probably going to kill us here with like a monstrous step. That'd be really funny if they had spinnerets. Indeed. Oh dear. 4-5. We're still a mana off. No! Okay. Well, we lost game 2. We did catch that game on record, though. So, now we're going to choose to be on the draw, because they chose to be on the draw, which means their deck probably has stuff that cares about being on the draw. On the draw. What do we want? What do we want? It's been going well, Deals and Dragons. Going well. Bastion for a human. We have 2 humans. How many we don't even have a ton of creatures. We could cut Stormwild Caprador for it, but I kind of like the Caprador. Let's just choose to be on the draw. This isn't a beatdown matchup, and we have great recovery tools. Draw first. And see, now this hand is good. Awesome, Deals and Dragons. Thanks so much. I'm glad you've been enjoying this stuff on YouTube. Keeperoni. The Unlikely 8 is for all their fight spells and stuff like that. We'll just cycle to go for blood here. We're going to cast this guy. Get a 3/3 into play. We're not going to block. Next turn we're going to play Crystal and hold up the aid. Well, things are actually going pretty well, Deals and Dragons. Don't kill it, buddy. Friend. Pal. Yay! We're doing this partly for the mana fixing, partly to make sure we have our lands. And then we'll just pass. We're not in a rush. Keep the Unlikely 8 up. I started Twitch first, which might surprise many people. But I did Twitch for a good few months before I did any YouTube stuff. And then I realized that the record button was right next to the button for like streaming. And so I was like, okay, I'll record. Yeah, it's really fun. Okay. We'll get the 2-for-1. It's not the best use of a Blood Curdle, but they're mana screwed. We have a Rumbling Rock Slide. Give Menace to the Necropanther because it hits harder and we'd probably play defense with Boot Nipper. A couple years, Deals and Dragons. Pick up Lore Dracus and Memory Leak. Let's Memory Leak them. See what they got going on. Okay, so they have a few red cards. Plummet is good to know about. Another Bond. Honestly, I think we'll just take their value card. We're not going to kill them particularly quickly. Okay, Stormwild Caprador isn't the greatest against their Plummet. So now we're going to mutate onto this guy. So So we needed, that's why we traded, because we needed a creature in the graveyard to get back. And we'll get back Blood Curdle, Death Touch. I think we have this one in the bag. We have Unlikely Aid to protect this guy. And then we Rock Slide it and make it a massive threat and win the game. Yeah. I agree. I considered getting back Memory Leak to like take that out of their hand, but then I remembered I had the aid. Sure. Boot Nipper Menace. Attack for 6. Got the win! Hooray! See you folks in the next round. Remember to hit the record button. We'll choose to be on the play in the dark here. We'll keep this. We added the Unlikely Aid for the Patakia Tiger because Patakia Tiger seems just bad as a 5-mana 3/4. I guess this is FNM at home in a way. Because I am at home playing Magic on a Friday. Gonna turn the light on. Ugh. I couldn't imagine a better place to be than hanging out. And we're gonna just Dire Tactics that. Because it's gonna be annoying. Maybe I should have been more conservative, but you know. Conservative, schmeservative. Gonna pick Death Touch. I kind of want to pick a Lifelink, but I'm gonna pick Death Touch. But I can't play Persistent Petitioners. Sure. Maybe I should have picked Lifelink with the Unlikely Aid in my hand. Keep hitting me, opponent. Make my day. I've got another removal spell. Stormwild Caprador. Oh no. That one's a beating. But we do have this one to kill it. Wrecked. Utterly wrecked. We have to cycle this, unfortunately. Not gonna lie, Patagia Tiger would have been a lot better. Though, it just so happened that their removal was exile-based. Just made this card look even worse. gonna kill the Sabertooth because it hits us harder. I'm not liking this unlikely aid. I'm gonna go back to the tiger, I think. Oh, little do they know we have the divine arrow to save us. We can't quite cast a ultimatum here. They can't have anything. They gotta be running on empty. We're gonna cycle this. They're flooding out horribly. Yeah, I figured they had a divine arrow, and I was really happy to trade this. Don't have another swallow hole. Don't have another swallow hole. Thank goodness. This is so bad. Both of us have nothing to do. They probably have a bunch of, like, neutralizers and stuff. Oh, that's horrible. That is real bad. Real bad. It's real bad. I want an ultimatum. Thank you. We're gonna wait one more turn. Yeah, that was a bad attack, probably. Yikes. Yeah, I know the enchantment goes away. Booyah. Caprador. Hype! Divine Arrow this. Both of us are just flooding out. We're not going to risk it. No! Well, I'm glad we did it separately. It would have gotten punished if we had mutated. Badly punished. Oh! Go to 1! Oh, baby, let's go! Spinning the wheel. Oh, it's only 2 damage. Never mind. Going to 2! Okay, Necropanzer and Coil Bug. Hype. Getting back our lifelink. No! The agony. Oh, we were so close to getting back the lifelinker. No, this is really bad. This is really bad. Oh, living on the edge. I didn't expect anyone to play Convolute, not gonna lie. The card got me. Man, they were probably like, wow, I can't believe I got value out of this thing. So needlessly greedy by me. I have not played this game perfectly, I must say. We don't even have a good card to get back other than the checkpoint. We don't have our boot nipper to get back. Yeah. Way more than 10 lands, I'd say. Oh, no. We have to draw our second ultimatum, or we're dead. Because this thing can make 2 tokens. We're just going to make him attack with everything. Dang it, Skycat Sovereign. If we had Checkpoint Officer, we could live another turn, but even then, we'd be in trouble. Oh, man. Yeah, we lose. Close game for sure, though. We definitely kind of walked into Divine Arrows. Let's play the Tiger. Over. Honestly, Unlikely 8 still looks pretty good here. Over. What do we want? We'll cut Go for Blood. Oh, Fumes. He has... Yeah, Fumes would have been a great sideboard card. I didn't even think about it. Because it just owns Skycat Sovereign. Oh well. Maybe game 3. We'll keep it. Tank lights you up. Lifelink. I choose you. It is a good swamp. I would love a plains here. Plains. Helica Glider, sure. They might choose First Strike. I'm fine trading in Unlikely 8 for a Helica. And getting some extra life. Yeah, we'll find it. It'll be fine. We have a lot of life to play with here. Unfortunately, our ultimatums do require triple white. Take a Plains and a Mythos of Nithroy. Figured we just keep the pressure up a little bit. They probably have Convolute, so we'll try to play around that a little bit. Sabertooth. We're going to be fine trading Boot Nipper for Sabertooth, if they let it happen. Okay. Whew. Now we just kind of want to hang out put up the walls until we find a couple planes, a couple of ruinous ultimatums. Okay, they're casting that. Okay. That was really bad tapping. Like, I could have let the auto tapper do that better. Hit him for one. Our Farfinder can now block there. They have a lot of cards in hand. Kill the flyer. Keep chipping away. We are in trouble though because we don't have any spells, which is a bummer. Because I like spells. Phoenix was one I was thinking about. Honestly, mutating it onto the Farfinder doesn't seem insane because they do have that card that exiles a creature. I still have 4 mana up this way. Yeah, I had a feeling they had Convolute, but I made sure I had the mana to pay for it. Yeah, they have a decent amount of 1 toughness guys. I mean, they have the Savai. They have the big flying cat that dies to the thing. Yeah, I figured they might have that card. I wonder what they have in their hand, because they clearly don't have too much going on. Have to get rid of the Caprador. We can't let them start drawing 2 cards a turn. Perfect. We're going to pick up a Dark Bargain, I think. Ruinous Ultimatum and Blood Curdle. I'm fine if they block there now. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked this turn because I do have this Ruinous Ultimatum. So yeah, that was maybe a bit of a mistake. We're good here. We're in good shape. Maybe wondering why I did that. I was mostly just trying to like bait out cards from them. We'll let them draw 1 extra card here. Because then we can just ultimatum them and hit them for 5. Also, I didn't really just want to throw out my ultimatum then. Rewarded. They have to deploy some threats to block the day squad marshal here. Or they just die. There we go. I made sure I could pay for that. So their deck has 2 convolutes, a bunch of flyers, some 1 toughness guys. Whew, we got the win. We're headed to the final game here. Spontaneous Flight is kind of interesting. I think we definitely want to bring in Suffocating Fumes, as was suggested, just as another good removal spell. Dark Bargain seems like it could be good as well. Even though 2 of those is a bit sketchy on the life total, so maybe we still only do want 1 of those. Bastion maybe is okay. Unlikely Aid could be fine. So those are the cards I'm considering. Deadweight probably still worth a spot. Probably only want 1 Unlikely Aid. If we cut the Everquill Phoenix, their card that cares about us having a 4/4 is literally a blank. That's something to think about. I think we cut it. Because the games are going to go long, and they're going to have that card stuck in their hand with nothing to do. They are a Flyers deck, and this is a Flyer, though. Which does make me doubt whether that is the correct decision. I think we're going to do it. It's also hard to cast. And if we mutate it on it, it's really risky, so. I've really found myself wanting Dark Bargains. Maybe we cut a Memory Leak for Dark Bargain. I think we're just going to stick with 1 Dark Bargain. Well, this is a mulligan. And this is a fine hand. We'll get rid of... We need this to help us pull back in cards. This is a fine... let's just get rid of the Coil Bug. Hard to say what to get rid of. I think the Fume's a fine removal spell, and we can cycle that to help us find our lands. Maybe we get rid of Caprador, honestly. It's pretty good against their Divine Arrows, but... I think we'd rather have a 2-drop to play, to block, like, Tigers and stuff. We'll get our 2-drop into play, they'll anticipate. Sure. If they have reconnaissance mission, they get to hit us, which is a bit of a bummer. Caprador is pretty good against their flying deck, I will say. I will agree with that statement. Dark Bargain while they don't have Convolute mana up. Take Boot Nipper and Checkpoint Officer probably. I wouldn't mind a Checkpoint Officer, but I think this card's more important for tapping their flyers. I would have liked to find a land there. If they sided out their convolutes, that would be genius. Oh, yes. Choose lifelink. Can maybe buy us a lot of time. Are they choosing hexproof? Because that would be relatively annoying until we find our Ruinous Ultimatum. We're going to do that now. Checkpoint Officer is going to be annoying. They're holding up mana a lot. And now we get to start gaining life until they do something. No blocks. Heh. Nice. Sure. We do need to find 2 planes, but now that we have this, we have a great game plan. I'm only worried about Reconnaissance Mission for a little bit. We're just gonna chump here. We don't have anything to spend our mana on. Indeed, infinite bugs. Infinite jumps. Man down. There's the planes. We're 1 planes away, and then this thing's a dead bird. You're a dead bird, man. Oh, this is so tense. I feel like they have another convolute. Oh, I'm in hell. That's awful. And they have their stupid convolute, I'm sure. They haven't cast one yet. Hopefully this eats their convolute, and then we can... Oh my gosh! We're alive. We'll block and try to use unlikely aid. You gotta be kidding me. It's all gonna come down to whether or not we can draw planes this turn. And they don't have, and they have to not have convolute. Stupid hexproof. I hate it so much. Look at our hand. Them and their stupid convolute. No, we couldn't get there. If we'd drawn Boot Nipper a turn before, we would have been fine. Oh man, we were so close. Oh, so close. Gosh darn it. We were so close. Oh, man. Such is life. They had a good sideboard plan. Ugh. Very, very, very close game there. Well. We didn't get to quite ultimatum them, so it was not as satisfying as it could have been. So we only got to 2 wins. Sad day. But it was... I forgot to hover over the deck. It was a blast playing. If you did make it all the way to the end, in the comments down below, leave a hashtag #DoubleUltimatum to let me know you made it all the way to the end. Remember to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I will catch you in my next video.